Football tourneys aren't great at opening ceremonies. Makes sense when you have a host like the Olympics to celebrate such a big event with all those sporting events and fireworks and yada yada yada. I mean, Putin designed the whole Privyet Niet Stadium in 2014 for the Sochi Winter Olympics. And look how that turned out. It's okay. I fixed for you, see? The first time the World Cup introduced an opening ceremony was in 1966, way back in England, and that was also the last time that England ever won a World Cup. You wankers. And basically all they did was they dressed a bunch of school kids in a bunch of replica kits and had them parade around. It was nice, it was wholesome, yada yada, you know, you get the deal. 1970, pretty much the same shit. School kids go on a lap, bunch of balloons, everyone's happy. And then it went to West Germany in 1974 and they had people emerge from balls, which is pretty much how birth works. Pregnancy, sexual intercourse. You know what I'm talking about. But the problem with that one was it went on for a whole scheissering hour.
I didn't get that.
I didn't get
Could you
that.
try again?
I wasn't asking for you, Siri. I said scheisse. But then, after that, it got even weirder. Hey lady, I can see your boobies. Nice. Oh, Jesus. But the problems aren't the effort that's put into opening ceremonies. No. It's a sheer lack of consistency mixed with a mass lack of interest. Because I know if I'm gonna go watch an opening ceremony, my favorite team's gonna follow. And you know damn well that I do not want to watch some people dressed as weird candy canes parading around in their damn dresses, and I sure as hell don't want to watch Pitbull with his bold ass head and his white ass shorts with J-Lo, who steals those goddamn songs, but she was pretty good at the halftime show, come to a freaking opening ceremony and then ruin all the fun, because then I'm there for 3 hours when all I really want to do is watch Brazil beat Costa Rica 4-2 with Marcelo scoring an own goal to open the first ever World Cup goal of the 2014 being an own goal. Now on the other hand, we have the Olympiad. And the cool thing about the Olympics is people buy tickets just to see the opening ceremony. It's a large, great big spectacle. And there was Kathy Freeman one year in Sydney 2000. Never forget you, Kathy. You're an Australian icon, and you really, really did well at putting the fire in the Olympic fire. The fire never burns. Olympic spirit never dies. In the Olympics, crowds are sold out in droves, mostly because it's an amazing spectacle of artistry, storytelling, and hell yeah, you know damn right that I'm going to be paying money to watch Mr. Bean live for 5 minutes. I do not give a shit. I don't want to watch R. Kelly perform. Yeah, you suck, R. Kelly. Sorry, man.
Yo, killing me with this.
I'd watch ice in my lemonade melt before I'd watch Pitbull perform his hit single. I can't remember any of his hit singles. I seriously can't remember. What? Oh, fuck. What does Pitbull sing? I know you want me. Hey, you know I want you. Hey, I know you want me. You know I want you. But the greatest opening ceremony of all World Cups time doesn't come from a 13 years past his prime Robbie Williams. No, sir. The best opening ceremony of any World Cup, and possibly of all time, including the Olympics, has got to be the 1994 World Cup in the USA. It's probably the greatest opening ceremony of all time, simply because of how goofy and how many things went wrong during that ceremony. For example, we'll start with Diana Ross failing to know her cues to lip sync. It doesn't stop with Diana Ross's poor lip syncing. No. Not even Daryl Hall or Oprah Winfrey herself can save this opening ceremony. Right before John Cicada was supposed to perform on stage, he fell through a trapdoor which was supposed to elevate him up. He dislocated his shoulder. And what was worse is the trapdoor broke, so it couldn't lift him up. So for half of his performance, he had to sing from head and chest high. Sounds like my kind of jam. They still cut to him while he was in the trap door. And that's not even the worst part. Diana Ross, the choreographed stunt was for her to run from one end of the pitch to the other. Once she reached the end of the pitch, all she needed to do was slide an easy penalty kick straight forward to the goal, let it explode, she runs onto the stage, and she finishes her set. Pretty easy. What actually happened was even weirder. She proceeds to miss her spot kick, wide of the mark. The goalkeeper who was supposed to dive out of the way ended up diving the right way because she hit it the wrong way before the goals fold away, and she just runs through anyway like nothing happened. What's even worse is, that wasn't even the worst penalty of the World Cup. Ugh. But what's the point of all this, Fabio? Well, let me tell you, audience. World Cups don't really need opening ceremonies. The opening match of the World Cup should be the opening ceremony. That makes perfect sense. No one really cares enough in the football community to have an opening ceremony. They're way out of line, way out of whack with any kind of standards. They don't have any common formula that people will stick to or people enjoy. So there's no real point in having them. You can have the World Cup opening ceremony short and simple. Have someone, for example, the defending champion, bring out the World Cup trophy, unveil it, and then have someone else announce the 32 participating teams. Easy money, right? Or you take a leaf out the Olympics book and you have the opening ceremony in its own stadium for its own allocated amount of time. That way people who are into artistry and the poetry of, say, opening certain games, and people who are interested in things like a story about the history of a certain nation hosting the World Cup, that's fine too. That makes perfect sense. Core football fans probably won't watch it, but casual fans, they might. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, stop doing opening ceremonies. Or keep doing them. I don't know. What do I care? Okay, cool. Thanks heaps for watching. Okay, bye.